Hello everyone, welcome to Farming Farming in the Philippines. So this morning I drained, I set this up last night, putting as much water in these last tanks as I could. And this morning I drained out this tank and this tank. This is the tank we had primarily the large fish in, and that one had the remaining fingerlings. So all the fingerlings now have been transferred into this tank and the larger fish into this one. There were so many, and when I got up this morning, even though we took out all those fish yesterday to stock the 6th tilapia cage, they were still gulping for air when I got up this morning, because there's still so many fish in here. There's probably, I don't know, there's at least 700 fingerlings remaining in the tank that has the fingerlings in it. And we sold a couple kilos of fish of the larger this morning, but they're still, I don't know, and they're not large size. They're probably 5 to 6 per kilo that are remaining. So there's maybe 100 fish in here of that size, which is okay. But put it this way, I put in my request for Tatai to make another cage, for another grow out cage. Now I had always thought that we would stop at 6, but we're going to put one more in just to get these fingerlings out of here. Now if someone came along and wanted to buy them today or tomorrow, that would be another story, but no one has come by to buy fingerlings for several months, so I'm not holding my breath on that. But these fingerlings need to be moved out, because we are I took down one of the grow out nets for the duckweed in the pond, because the duckweed in the pond just isn't doing well. It's not anywhere near. We were all talking about it this morning. Why is the duckweed here in these tanks and in the round tank? I mean, look at that duckweed. It is just perfect. Rich green color, prolific. I'm taking, I don't know, 5 kilos out every day just from this tank. It's just as perfect as it can be. And why we can't get it to grow well in the pond, I don't know. The only difference, the water tests pretty much the same. The only difference is that it's in a net. And I tried adding additional water from the pond into the nets. It didn't work. So I'm just going to pretty much give up on trying to grow the duckweed in the pond. And just, go along and do what we can do with the duckweed we can produce in the round tank. And in these boxes here, I transferred some out of these and put in here into these. And we'll just make this duckweed grow out as well. So the main reason that we need to get these fingerlings out of here is that we need more fish to sell. And so we lowered one of the duckweed nets, the last net, into a trap net. Moved it, and we're going to begin catching fish in it. But this is, and I've got all 4 of these compressors running here, and we're right now at the maximum of the amount of fish that we can have just in these 2 tanks here. So we need to get these out and into a grow out tank, so that we can, when we raise that net, that old duckweed net, and the fish that are in it, there are going to be some that are saleable size, but there's going to be a lot of fingerlings in it as well. We need a place to put those fingerlings without overcrowding what's here, so no choice but to put in a 7th grow out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to catch more fish and make more grow outs, and I don't know if we're going to utilize any of these other tanks here for to have fish in. If we had to cancel that, I had ordered another aeration compressor. It arrived and we did not have the funds to pay for it, so we didn't get that new compressor. We're stuck with the ones that we have. So I had wanted to get that compressor and then order another one in a future date, another one for the pond and another one for here, so that we could aerate all the rest of these boxes and have more fish in them. But since that's not going to happen, these are just going to be duckweed grow out tanks for now, and we're going to sell the fish that we capture out of the pond and put them in here, because there's just getting to be too many fish in the pond. I can tell by the water quality that we need to bring a couple hundred, several hundred out of that pond every day, fingerlings and fish that are of a sellable size as well. So that's what we're going to be doing moving forward. Right now I'm going to begin watering. Well, actually I was going to begin watering, but I just looked at the satellite and then do a change of plan here. I'm going to do some dike heightening because the radar is looking like there's going to be some pretty heavy rain coming, and I don't want the pond to overtop should the radar for once be correct. So I'm going to shovel up some dirt to finish that portion that needs to be raised up on the tilapia pond. So that's where we're at on the tilapia. Trying to make it work. Trying to make it work with what we have, because we can't make it any mo better with the setup that we have. We just got to make adjustments as we go. I've got the very large round stone in here, and I've got 5 or 6 of the smaller stones in here, and of course a couple in here for the large fish. And that's our capacity right now. Wish us luck. Alright, so I have begun to raise up this dam. There's the possibility of some heavy rain coming. Don't know. But I've got about half of it done here, almost half maybe. I'm just going to continue along here, right on up to basically that filter. So maybe not quite halfway done yet. But it's lunchtime, and I'm going to take a dang old break because I'm tuckered out. So it's only probably take me an hour and a half this afternoon, and it's cloudy today, so it's not that bad. Time for some lunch. Okay, finished up. And even got it packed down a little bit, just with my feet. I just stomped on it a little bit. This is something I've been meaning to get done for a month, and just, I don't know, keep putting it off. And as you can see, it's started raining. I'll go up and check in the satellite in a little bit and see if it's worth adding to the video. It's not often that accurate. I've seen where it's showing orange rainfall right over the top of us, and it's not raining at all. So we'll see what this very light rain is on the radar map. But this is a big relief off of me. I've got about a foot worth of cushion now. The water would have to rise a foot to overtop this, and it only needs to rise about 3 inches, maybe not even that much, to start going out the spillway. So it would take a really big rain for the spillway, for 8 inches of that 3-foot spillway not to be able to handle it. So it's a big load off of my mind. I can sleep easier at night. Won't have to get up and grab the flashlight when we got a heavy rain at night. We're not done by any means. It really still needs to come up a couple inches. But not only that, it needs to go all the way to the edge. This is just like a temporary fix. You can't drive on that, it's too much of an angle. So we need to extend that all the way out to the edge and make it to where we could at least get a multi-cab in through here. When that will happen, I don't know. That pretty much knocked me out, just adding that little bit to the what was already existing. But I don't know, if I take it slow and just do a little bit every day, it won't take me more than a couple of weeks, I guess. It needs to be done. Katai and Hewitt are I don't know, working on a tree house, I think. I'll go down there and check on them after a while. But this is done. I'm liking it. I'm going to go up. I just fed the dogs, cats. I'll go up and give the fish their final feeding. These fish, I don't know, I'm kind of hoping for a heavy rain to do a little bit of water exchange, because they're not eating today, and I think it's a water quality issue. They were all up on the surface. Every box, they were up on the surface, gulping for air this morning. So I just think it's a water quality issue. And since we had to refuse that pump, I've got no more aeration to give them. So it is what it is. So a serious water exchange just might do the trick. I'm hoping. I'm not even going to feed these guys their evening meal because they didn't eat their noontime allotment of duckweed. They're just not in the mood to eat. So we'll see how they do in the morning. Thank you, everyone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.